afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen! So this is a new update. Now, I know what you're thinking. Metal Man, you just did a video for an update like 4 or 5 days ago. And you're right, I did. So if you want to check that out, link will be in the description below. Just in case you want to check that out. So because of that, because I already did a video on this already, for at least the majority of it, because this is the actual main public build now, this is the main update, update 17, there's going to be a decent amount that I'm just going to skim over. So, with that being said, let us begin our journey to see what we are in store for with patch update number 17. Alright, here we go. Ignore that. Just gonna go ahead and move that there, move that here, and we're good. Alright, so as you can see, update 17, 50 tracks, plus editor update, difficulty rebalance, graphical overhaul, and more. Hello spinners, and welcome to update 17. So, this turned into a way bigger patch than we had planned. Now, as soon as we started tinkering with the editor, it turned into a huge QOL update. No mouse controls for note placement yet, but there's a whole ton of new fun features to mess with in the editor. Huge thanks to everybody who helped out with testing this patch on the beta branch. Mega thanks also to our community translators who do such a killer job. If there are any Japanese fans out there who want to contribute, just let us know in the Discord. It's out there for Spin Rhythm. Speaking of which, once again, I will have the link for the Discord invite in the description below. In the video description below. So, in case you're new, if you want to join, then there you go. That's it. Massive thanks also to our modding community for always pushing us to implement their cool features. Customizable backgrounds, accuracy bar, and so on. We love you! We goddamn love you, you're the best! So, Spin Rhythm XD, early access. I'm sorry, I have to gush for a second. I really do. I need to say this right now. The fact that we're still in early access, and there's so much content, there's so much the devs have done for us in the community for this game. It's incredible. It's mind-blowing. So devs, I mean this with all my heart. Thank you. Thank you for continuing to make this game as incredible and badass as it is. We're not even at the official 1.0 release yet, and I would have no issue with this already being a full product, because there's so much content in this game. Thank you. That's it. That's the bottom line. And I will forever be grateful for being part of this community. And I do mean that. Yeah! Alright, like I said, I had to get that off my chest real quick. I had to get that out now before we really get into this. Speaking of which, update 17, 50 tracks. So this is one of the things I'm only going to sort of gloss over for a second. At least for 2 of them, because like I said, I already talked about 2 of them. As we already know, we had 2 songs that were added for the beta branch for this patch, which was Temanite's The Kraken, another of his pirate dubstep masterpieces with one of the strangest and most addictive drops you'll hear. And we've also had Praxis Axis 1-esque-19, a dark, heavy-hitting 6-minute epic with samples of Balinese monkey chanting. This is nothing you've heard before. It makes for a very challenging and fun rhythm game level. You can freaking say that again, because hot damn, this song is so good. I am so excited. Obviously I made a joke about the time, but it's so early. Oh god, I woke up early. I meant to take a short nap, and I kind of slept for like 9 hours. Funny joke. But yes, so today, after this gets uploaded in like 3 hours, because I want to try and make sure to edit this and get this done in a timely manner. Hi, so this is Metal Man 20 speaking from the future, and I know I just said that I was going to upload this in like 3 hours, and I was going to upload this in a timely manner, but it is a little late for that, and, you know, I failed you all yet again. And, you know, I wanted to get this done in a timely manner. I really did. And I just couldn't do it. And I can't say how sorry I am. And so, I'm going to be making videos for all 3 songs today. And all I can say is for 1ESC19, that's probably the one that I'm most excited to share. Because it's just so good! The song goes so freaking hard, but it has no... I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna wait until I make the video and show off the song that's short. Because I'm just gonna say this right now. That's gonna do all the talking for me. And now, there is one last song that is actually being added that wasn't mentioned in the last update that was like, well... I gotta stop trying to explain everything. The beta branch, there was the patch up, there was this whole thing right here, this update, but it was for the beta branch, that was it. They didn't mention that there was going to be a 3rd song added for this patch when it hit the public build, which is No Limits by Modus... Modest Mouse? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Modest. Modus! Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Listen. If I'm actually wrong with that pronunciation and it's Modest, please let me know. Or if it's Modus. I'm really trying not to be rude here. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad with the names sometimes. But yes, No Limits by Modus and Louder. Spanish EDM artist brings his signature style of finely detailed production and rhythmic precision to SRXD. That I was not expecting. I mean, I knew that Modus was gonna bring a track or 2 to the game, but I honestly didn't know when. I didn't know when that was gonna happen, but apparently it's now for patch 17. Oh boy! Alright, so that is that. Now, there was that, and talking about the HUD. So, this is the main thing. Now, I'm gonna skim over this next bit, as I've done already for like the songs. Graphical Overhaul, like the game has a new HUD. TLDR, there's a brand new HUD. Everything has been completely revamped, updated. Everything looks really pretty freaking cool. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna miss the old update. I'm gonna miss the old UI. It was pretty cool, but this is also pretty damn awesome. Just, you know. So because of that, we're gonna be going over a little bit of the graphical overhaul and track turns, and that's about it. Because from what I've read, because I've read through this, I wanted to make sure that I knew what I read and what we've already gone over before I do all this. So we're gonna go a little bit over the graphical overhaul and track turns, and then there's difficulty updates, the customized tab, all of the new customization options. That's what I want to go in depth for this episode or for this video, because that is where the real action begins. That's where some of the most meat of this update comes from, is the new customized tab with this. But for now, let's start off with the graphical overhaul. We have completely overhauled gameplay visuals. The game now runs entirely using a single camera, which should improve performance greatly. All notes are now rendered in 3D and have an updated look. The audio spectrum is now circular and has been combined with the gates that the ship flies through. Track angle, ship distance, note speed has been slightly adjusted for balance. Background object track collisions are now handled with a dithering shader. If you find any weird collisions that are broken, please let us know. Beats have an updated effect. New scratch note look, color flashing can be disabled in the accessibility menu, plus many more smaller things. And the track turns. We have added 250 unique flight paths by hand to make the gameplay experience feel more live. Some of these might be whack, so please let us know if you find any that don't work. And track turns can be disabled in the accessibility options menu for that classic gameplay feel. Not even that, for any reason, if there's any reason that you just do not want the track turning to be on, there is an option in the accessibility option. I will go ahead and show off all the new accessibility options as well. Though I'm pretty sure the track turning is one of the only, if not the only, new accessibility option. I'm gonna double check and make sure. I'm gonna look at that. And that's about it for the stuff that we've gone over that I've like. And that again, I've went more in depth in my other video. The link below is in the description. I really hope you check it out. I had some fun edits with that. Hope you enjoy. But for now, it is time to go into the difficulty update and everything else, because at this point, everything else is all new and it's free game. So, with the difficulty update, all easy levels and some normal levels have been updated to be easier. Oh wait, no, wait, we did go. Wait, we did go over this. Easy, all easy levels and some normal levels have been updated to be easier. We want this to be a difficulty that any rhythm game newbie can jump into and have fun with. Hopefully, these changes will achieve that goal. Taps have been added to easy and simple streams. Scratches have been removed from easy. Yes, we have gone over that. I remember that now. My memory sucks. Probably doesn't help that it's 5:30 in the morning. Motion, note density, and color swapping have overall been lowered. The early and normal levels have been made slightly easier to ensure a clean transition between the difficulties. Tutorials have been updated to align with this new design. Cute! Alright, so now we've gone over everything. I don't know why I thought we didn't go over the difficulty options. We did. Well, now we have new customized tab. This, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and have a second screen open. You know what? No. First, we're gonna read through all of this, and then we're gonna go and take a little bit and go into the game itself, because I feel a much more in-depth visual look. Because while these pictures are helpful right here, as you can see here, I think it's better if I go into the game to really give you a more in-depth look at what was supposed to be, what we will be dealing with. But as of right now, this is the new customized tab in the options menu. Because the fact there's a new HUD, there's going to be ways you can customize it to make it your own. Whatever helps you out, that's how you can make it. Players can now further customize their in-game experience using the new Customize tab in the Options menu, including placement of the accuracy bar. That's right! What was started out as an amazing mod by Programmatic is now also been added into the game as an official aspect of the game. Accuracy bar. Placement of the judgment text. So you can now have, like for example, do you want the judgments? Do you want the perfects to be on the top left, the top right, bottom right, or the center? You have all those options. Placement of the track time remaining bar. An alternate HUD layout angled instead of rounded, and distance of HUD elements to the track. Other features. Now, for anybody out there who edits custom tracks, who likes to make custom charts of songs, you're going to love this one. Because the editor keys are now fully customizable. Enable these with the toggle at the bottom of the keyboard mapping screen. And accuracy, so that's it. If you have ever had any problems with the editor before, maybe it was just confusing, or maybe you just didn't know what, you just were trying to figure out how things worked, and you wanted to make your own custom, you wanted to customize all your option keys, now you can! Again, you have to enable those with a toggle. It's at the bottom of the keyboard mapping screen. Go to the bottom of the keyboard mapping screen! An accuracy bar has been added to allow players to see how precisely they are hitting taps, beat, and releases. A new accessibility menu custom color highlights, which allows players to change the color of the elements on the side of the track and wheel. Bloom slider. Protect your eyes! You might have special eyes, and you want to protect them from overuse of bloom with our handy new bloom slider. Those with fancy monitors, well, you're encouraged to turn it up! And custom levels can now have a custom background. Set these in the left panel when in the note editor. Mix and match a background and a color palette from any of the 50 base game backgrounds to make some truly interesting and unique backgrounds. Oh, I am so excited to see how creative everyone's gonna be with this. That's gonna be good. I gotta actually read that again. Wait a minute. Custom levels can now have a custom background. Oh, I already know a bunch of people who are gonna have a goddamn field day with that. Oh man. So, custom. I'm gonna wait a little bit, but when there's like gonna be a lot of new custom backgrounds, like after a lot of custom backgrounds have been made, I'm gonna have to try and think of a way to make a video on that. I want to make a video on that. I want to show off all the cool like custom backgrounds people have made. Oh, I'm gonna have fun with that. Now, as you can see here, there's a lot of polishes here. Oh man, the video's already gonna be long enough already. I've been going for so long. There's no need to. Added the full sex solo to believe HUD. You HUD players deserve it. Fixed out some out of place notes in Arcana Engine. DJ Hero controller input has been deprecated. Improved design of contrasting notes. All scrolly windows drop downs now work properly with scroll wheels. Added feedback for spin notes. Improved hold note behavior when charted. Note tails are generated closer to the note shield start. Pressing 4 a bunch of times will extend the tall note. Pressing Alt 4 will extend hold note tails. Spins now fade. Editor notes. Release notes. Editor hotkeys. You know, I tried to do it, and I ruined it. You know what? Whatever. I'm not reading all that. It's not happening. Here you go. Here. I'll just leave this up on screen for a second. So then, if you want to be able to see this, anyway, those are all the polishes. Everything that hasn't been polished, everything that hasn't been fixed up. There you go. And I hope you enjoy. With bugs. There's only a few bugs. A few that need to be squished out. Fix the bug where low quality backgrounds could clip through the track. Fix the bug where cleared tap notes could be snapped to multiple times. Fix the bug where short spins were not aligned to the next note. Fix the bug where replacing a beat hold start with another beat would cause a broken note. Fix the bug where switch pro glyphs were invisible in the tutorial. Fix the bug where very short hold notes with releases could trigger the release before the hold was even pressed. And with that, we will see you in the next update. 1.0, 1.0, 1.0. I'm just kidding. Like as I've said multiple times in the past, whenever the official 1.0 release comes out, you know, we've waited this long already. I personally, for me, I can wait as long as it needs to, because I know that the devs want that to be as amazing as it could possibly be, and I'm sure that's gonna be, well, of course it's gonna be the biggest freaking update, because it's gonna be the official release, no longer in early access. That will be it. It's out. I mean, granted, I still think this is already well worth the price of admission, but you know, that's the whole thing, and I get it. Why people are adamant. Very apprehensive when it comes to early access stuff. I get it. I'm sure a lot of people have been burned down in the past, and you know what? Yeah. I promise you this though, when this does come out, when it comes out as no longer early access, but as the full game release, I hope, to the love of all that's holy in the gaming world, I hope that we get a gigantic, massive influx of players, because hot damn, this game truly deserves it. It's beyond unique. The whole gameplay, everything about the aesthetic. The devs have added so much to this game already, and I'm pretty sure with the 1.0 release, oh, that's gonna blow everything else completely out of the water. Maybe. I might be highly optimistic. I love this game. I just love this game, so I like to be optimistic. Let's go into the game and see all of the new customizable options first at hand. Let's have fun with that. Twizzlers. And now that I almost choked on Twizzlers, let's go into this. So, as you can see here, we of course still have the general, we have the visual, audio, input, and accessibility, but now there's something else that has now been added to the options. The customizable menu. Look at this new HUD. I know, I'm sure a lot of people are probably, you know, not sure how to feel about the new HUD. The last UI was really good. It was fun. And I'm sure it's going to take a lot of people a lot of time to get used to it. But you have to admit, this is pretty cool. And the fact that they give you so many different ways to customize this, whether you just want all the default options, or you can just change everything the way you want. So this is the way I do it, because it's like, I know, now granted, this is going to be different for everybody. You know, obviously no duh, but you know, that's just how it is. So for me, personally, because with Prog's accuracy bar mod, I always had it at the top, like right up here. Because since I usually have to look in the middle, sometimes I look at the bottom, closer to the bottom where the wheel is, because it helps me a little bit, especially with like sliders. I don't know, I can't really explain it, it's just how I play. But for the most part, I look at the middle of the screen. Having to try and look down here, especially, and that's also why and also on a side note, that's also why I hope that they added like an option to switch the position of the timer of how long the song is, and like how the length of the song, how much time's left. Because sometimes I just like to glance. I like to be able to glance to see how much of a song is left. And, you know, but having it up here, like below the score on the old UI, that was good. I was able to still like look over there, but still be able to focus, and I wouldn't lose my PFC. But having it down here, I don't know. It's really difficult to be able to look down there without completely screwing up your PFC run. So again, I know that's not a top priority, like obviously, but I hope there is something in the future where we can have that as part of the customizable option, and we can, like, you know, have this down here, or we can have it like somewhere over here or somewhere over there. I hope you know what I'm saying. But yes, so accuracy bar placement, I have it at the top. Judgment placement, and that's of course for all the goods, perfects, and misses. I like to have it up here because that's where it was in the old UI, and I'm just so used to it that honestly trying to have it like at the bottom left kind of feels weird. Having it on the top, well, no, having it on the bottom center like that, that's just, I can tell you right now, that would be freaking distracted. Center, yeah, top center. Maybe, that's already above the, no, I could probably not. Or, if you don't care about any of that, and you just want to be able to play the song, and you don't want to get distracted by any of that, you can just disable that. You can disable the bar. So you know how I was already saying I hope they add something in the future where you can change the track time placement? That's already an option. You can already do that. It was added into the update. Okay, so apparently, I'm stupid and didn't even see this. Ignorant, foolish old metal of man. Okay, so you can move it. You can have it either on the bottom, the top, or the top left. And you know what? I'm honestly gonna have this at the top left, because it's basically a mirrored version of the top of the right, and I can definitely still see that. I can still play and quickly look over it. Like, I can move my eyes quickly without having to look down here, and I can still see it. Okay, that's easier. Anyway, so you can disable this, you can disable that if you want. The time though, that's something you can't disable. You can go ahead and have it at the bottom though if you don't want to focus on that, if that's easier for you to just ignore it, or whatever the case. But if you want to use it, you can put these in either, for the track time placement, either the bottom, top, or top left. I'm going to have it on the top left, like I said. Judgment placement, for me, I like to have it on the top left. And for accuracy bar, I like to have it at the top. So, however you like to go and place that, or how you like to have that put, that's okay. That works. Everything's fine with that. And you have either you have the default or the angle. You can have it angled. You can have it at an angle if you so choose. And you know what? I can definitely see. Yeah, I can definitely see how some people would definitely want to use that. Personally, for me, I'm okay with the default. I don't know. That's just me. Unless, because there's also a way that you can change the HUD distance. So it's like, do you want it far away? Do you need to have some distance with your HUD layout?
Or do you want to have it be up close and personal? Have everything right there where you can see it.
Or anywhere in between. It's completely up to you how you want this HUD. That's alright. However you want to have this HUD, whatever the distance is. Also, it's funny how like when you're at an angle, it's like that, but then default, that's actually closer while that's far away. But at angled, that's the one that's closer to you. Though I guess to be fair, because it's completely different angles. Man, I'm completely just trying to find stuff to talk about at this point. Dang it! I always get to that. I talk about all the stuff, and then I just get to a point. I don't know. I like, man, I just like creating stuff. I like interacting with everybody. It's just fun. Anyway, so there you go. That is everything with the new customizable option. You also can enable colored track lines. Wait, oh, that's how you... Oh, so they changed the way you... Okay, so colored track lines was something you could always do. I think, for the colored track lines, that was in the accessibility options before. Yeah, that was in the accessibility options beforehand. Now they've switched this over to the customizable option, or the customizable tab, which I guess would make sense because that's, you know, that's more stuff you can customize. But since we didn't have an official customized tab, that was in the accessibility options. But now we have them over here. So that's all. This is all the same. We don't have to talk about that. Now, accessibility-wise, so there's a few new things. There's, of course, the track motion. So, track motion is what the twisting is. That's what the new, that's the new thing that's been added to the game in terms of, as part of the new HUD upload. You can twist the track in, as it said, 250 different flight paths. Now, if it just, for whatever reason, if you want to be able to turn that off, you just come over here to the options, go to accessibility, go to disable track motion, and you check that, and then you have the original OG playstyle. And also, something you might have noticed, and by the way, this was actually confusing at first, because I was like, what is going on here? So usually when you would miss notes, especially if you missed a bunch of notes in a row, that was just it. You know, you would miss the notes, and, you know, have a bit of a but really that was it. Now they've added something new where if you miss a bunch of notes in a row, the sound lowers. Like, you have a huge shift of, like, the volume just completely almost dipping out, like fading into almost nothing. That is the audio spectrum effects. So if that is honestly kind of annoying, if you just are not a big fan of that, for whatever the reason is, you go over here and you disable the audio spectrum. And just in case you're wondering what in God's name I'm even talking about, let's go into no limits for a second and let's go and try this out.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Did you notice that? Did you notice exactly how I was missing all those notes and the sound faded? It just faded into almost nothing. That is what that new option is. That's what that new accessibility option is. So if that was annoying to you, or if you aren't a fan of that, just disable the audio spectrum effects. So now that the audio spectrum has been disabled, when you miss a whole bunch of notes, wait a minute. Okay, wait a second. I don't think I showed that off well. There you go. That's what I was talking about. Okay, so I think the other song, that part at the very beginning, it always fades. I've already played the song like once already, so I didn't get that. That was actually what it's supposed to sound like. That what you heard right there when the sound dipped. Now, if it still does that, then I'm pretty sure that I think it wasn't audio spectrum and it's a different option. But let's try this again, and I want to make sure this is right.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so different options. Okay, hang on. What option can you turn? Well then, what? Wait a minute. What turns off the audio spectrum effects then? You know, when I'm making a video on this, you would think I would know. You know, when I'm making a video of the update, you would think I would know what the actual hell I'm talking about. Apparently, I don't. Oh. Let me get back to you on that one sec.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
I found the right option. It's disable audio filters. That's what. Well then, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's audio spectrum effects? Wait, I'm actually curious. Wait, what is the audio spectrum effects then? Because I honestly, I actually don't know what the audio spectrum effects are. If someone knows what they are, please go ahead and put them in the comments below because I'm actually curious. I legit don't know what that is. But okay, so the actual option you do to turn off the audio fading effect is you go to disable audio filters. That's actually what you check off on.
So, to repeat, you go to audio, you go down here, you disable the audio filters,
and there you go. Well, that's about it. That is it. That's everything. That's everything for the new update. That's everything for the new update. From the audio with the disable the audio with the new audio filters, the entirety of the new customizable tab with all the different options, and the few new things added to accessibility. Oh, one thing. Okay, before you leave, because the video is almost done, so I'm sure some of you are about ready to be like, okay, listen, man, this video is like almost half an hour. This video is like half an hour, man. What are you doing? So sorry about that. Okay, so before everyone leaves, first of all, I really do hope that if you actually watched all the way up to this point, thank you. That honestly means a lot. I try and put as much enthusiasm and stuff into these videos as I can. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a good time. But the real big thing I need to explain to you real quick is, with the way the new HUD looks, say for example you were using track speed override and you were on like 35. The way the new HUD is actually spaced out, you have actually more room to look. Everything seems farther away. So if you haven't messed with your track speed and you're still on 35, you're probably going to be getting a lot more earlies. And that's the thing. What you want to actually do is you want to move your track speed override up by about 6 or 7. So if you were on a 35, you actually want to move it up to about a 41 or a 42. Because that's how the new HUD looks. It's changing entirely the way you play now. At least in terms of how you hit notes, in terms of accuracy. So yeah, that's something I probably should have mentioned at the very beginning. So with that out of the way, yeah, I think we're good. That is patch update 17. New HUD. Everything looks beautiful. Everything looks so good. And this actually, this may very well be one of, if not the greatest, the coolest, biggest, or best update we've had in a very long time for this game. Because of everything that's changed, this is pretty much almost like an entirely new game now. It's like a brand new game. And I love this. And you know what? I hope that if you watch this video and you decide to try out this game and you have a good time, I hope you love it too. So without further ado, I am MetalMan20. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a great time. And I'm out. Take care of yourselves. And you be as amazing as you possibly can be. I'm out. I'm done. It's freaking, what time is it? It's 6 o'clock in the morning now. Great. I've been freaking recording for like 40 minutes. I really do hope you have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Bye!